Hello, I'm Joshua.
And I'm Mary, and welcome to From the Heart.
Orlando is widely known for its tourist spots and attractions, but many people don't know about its thriving arts community.
We're happy to introduce to you talented artists and passionate leaders whose ideas are shaping our arts community. How do they create and why? And how will Orlando benefit from a growing arts presence?
On each episode, we'll meet guests who are influential leaders and artists who are truly making a difference.
From the Heart.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to From the Heart. I'm Joshua.
And I'm Mary.
And we're excited to bring to you all that's new and good when it comes to the arts in Central Florida.
Today, we're talking with Craig Uppercue. We look forward to learning about Craig and what led him to his work as the artistic director of the Athens Theater in DeLand, Florida.
The theater opened in 1922, and we're going to hear some of its history here in Central Florida. Welcome, Craig.
Thank you. Thanks
So
for
glad
having
you're
me.
here.
Appreciate it.
We're excited.
Yes, me as well.
1922. Tell us about the theater.
Well, you know, the building itself was actually crafted by DeLand's craftsmen in 1921, and then it opens its doors originally in the year 1922. And for many, many years, it ran as a vaudeville playhouse. The train tracks are just 2 blocks to the immediate west of the Athens Theater, so the actors would come in on the train, get off the train, walk to the Athens Theater, and then do their bit, and then get back on the train and go to the next city that had a vaudeville house. And so, you know, many changes have taken place through the years at the Athens Theater. It was first a vaudeville playhouse theater, and then it became a movie theater and went back to a vaudeville theater again. And then around all the way through the first part of the 1980s, it ran as a movie theater. They ended up changing the facade of the building. So if you've ever seen what the current state of the building is how it originally looked, but they changed the facade along the way, so it became the big movie playhouse of the West Volusia area. And then the building shut down for about 20 years, went through horrible disrepair and flooding and hurricanes, infestations, you name it. It was a big rundown building. And I had the unique pleasure of doing my undergraduate degree at Stetson University in DeLand. And so when I was there as a student, I saw this old, decrepit looking building that was under renovation. So around the year, fast forward to the year 2000, the city of DeLand acquired the Athens Theater and sold it to our organization for $1. Which is great. Everybody loves a dollar sale.
You said our organization being...
Our organization is actually called the Sands Theater Center Incorporated. We're a 501c3 nonprofit organization that owns and operates the Athens Theater.
Is this
So
what you opened after college?
That's right.
Were you a theater major?
Nope, I wasn't. The organization was actually already formed, and they had been doing theater just up the road in another another theater that they had opened originally with the Florida Museum of Art.
Oh, very cool.
But over the course of about, 10 years, they did fundraisers, various grants. The County of Volusia was able to give them an ECHO grant, which is monies that are earmarked for historical renovations. And so many millions of dollars later, the Athens Theater reopened its doors in late 2009 to all the citizens of Volusia County, and we've been producing plays and musicals ever since. And I actually came on board real late in 2009, right when they were kind of getting into the swing of things. Not in my current job role, but in another job role that we'll speak about later. But it's just a fantastic organization. We're so happy to be where we are, and the Athens is a beautiful, historically renovated venue.
Yeah, it's
What
beautiful. Have you seen it? It's really a gorgeous theater, and to hear the history of what it's been through is amazing. What do you? You've sold out a lot of shows recently. And what do you think is the success of that? Why do you think people are really buying into? Do they see it as their local hometown theater that's been saved, or what is it that's really bringing so many people to the
I
theater?
do think that. I think you hit it right on the nail on the head. I think a lot of people want to come support the Athens Theater because they see all the many wonderful things that are happening and going on, and I pay tribute to all the many wonderful people that are involved with this organization. It's not just one person that does everything; it's many hands that are on deck and many persons that are involved that make this a thriving arts community.
What a tribute to the people of DeLand that their money went to preserve that with that Echo
Absolutely.
Fund. What were you able to preserve in the theater that you're proud of? Was there an orchestra pit or dressing rooms that you said, we've got to keep this?
I am so glad you asked that. Above the stage, there is a frieze, Frieze, that's on the ceiling almost, and it's 5 Grecian women that are kind of sculpted in a 2D
Oh, wow.
type of structure that's attached to the ceiling, and that's original to the building. And it was also in the renovation, it was historically preserved, redone, repainted, that type thing.
That's very cool.
And
And
is
so
there an
that-
orchestra pit?
There is an orchestra pit. I'm glad you asked that. There is an orchestra pit, but during the renovations, like so many other buildings that are renovated, the pot of money kind of ran dry towards the end of the renovation. And so there is an orchestra pit that if you go downstairs to the dressing rooms, just past the green room, you can actually enter the orchestra pit, which we currently use for storage. In the next fundraising efforts that we have, who knows? We'd
never
love to be
know.
able to get the orchestra pit opened and be able to put the musicians that we use down there.
Maybe someday working in collaboration with some, you never know.
I think so, yes, it'd be
So
fantastic.
tell us about your role as artistic director. What are your responsibilities?
My responsibilities as the artistic director, I oversee all of the shows that we produce. Not only the shows that we produce at the Athens, but also kind of the artistic vision of where we are currently, where we have been in the past, and where we're going to go in the future. I bring in directors, choreographers, music directors, designers of all types for all of our various productions, plays, and musicals that we do. And then I kind of spearhead them and produce these shows and kind of oversee the vision to be sure that it's in a line with where we're heading.
Do you travel to find some of the creative people you bring in?
A little bit, not traveling too far currently, but I do definitely kind of scope the Central Florida area immediately, down in Orlando and Kissimmee and Brevard areas and all the way up to Flagler. And I try to stay in connection with various individuals that are, influential in the Central Florida area that are also directing and doing choreography and musical direction. And I want to go see their work, and I also want to support them, not only for the benefit of their company and or what they're doing, but also for what we're doing up in DeLand.
And you do a great job of that, Craig. You really do. Tell me, what is the difference in Athens Theater? What is your mission? What's important to you? What's at the very heart of what you do that makes you different than any other theater?
That's a loaded question. I'm glad you've asked that. In Volusia County, we have an immediate passion for the citizens that were very influential in helping us get the Athens Theater back open. And we want to see that continue. I think the passion that continues to drive me and the other staff members that work for us at the Athens Theater is just the smiles on audiences' faces, the smiles on the faces that get to come and act on the stage or work with us at the theater. We enjoy that so much. It shows us that they have a passion, and we in turn get to have a passion. It's been a very exciting place to work.
Well, for a final question for this segment, if you were to ask our viewers to come, what is it that you would want them to see when they come there? What is it you would want them to leave having experienced?
Wonderful. That's a great question. I want them to have experienced the story that we're giving them. And not just the story of what's on stage, but maybe the story that's what's beyond the stage. The story of the Athens Theater, the story of its preservation and the story of its history. I want individuals to come into the theater and just have a chance to look around, because like Joshua said, he's been there in the past, and it's a really beautiful place. The seats are red, and the curtains are this just dark, deep red, and it's just a beautiful and pleasant place to be. It's a very inviting place. And I think that that helps pay tribute to the smiles on the patrons' faces that I see.
Absolutely. I can't wait to go, and it's part of our Central Florida.
Yes.
So thank you. We're going to come back to more of your story in just a little while. We want to say thank you for right now.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, we're out of time for this segment with Craig from the Athens Theater. Please join us when we return to hear Craig speak of his life before his creative work in DeLand. From the Heart.